I know this was the other day, but I remember if I didn't comment on it. Jay Crowder and the aftermath just kind of brought up, like, after Adrian Griffin got fired, he said the following. We were 30-13, by the way. To bring in Doc, this is what started the avalanche. So I went back to one of my old videos, and at the time I was kind of like, I was surprised, but I wasn't shocked, if that makes sense, because I understand Milwaukee was 30-13, but I think what the franchise saw at the time was they were not, like, they were winning games, like, but they weren't playing any defense. And, there was a lot of confusion, back when Griffin was coaching on what the defensive system was going to be, right? Like, they went away from the very successful drop coverage with Brook Lopez, and it just felt like the team wasn't trying. It just looked like the team wasn't trying on defense. And a lot of the scores just looked like all-star game scores, where it's like Milwaukee would be winning games like 131 to 125. And I just think the franchise saw it. And it was kind of like a David Blatt situation where, okay, they're 30-13, they have a great record, but they're kind of winning in spite of him, not because of him. Like, they're winning because, well, when you have two of the best players, and, Middleton, I think, at the time was dealing with some injuries, and it was like Lillard and Giannis. Of course, like, you're going to be 30-13, but, like, he wasn't respected by the veteran leaders in that locker room, like Lillard and Giannis. So, I mean, that's why they made the change. Like, I get they're 30-13, and, what I brought in Doc, no. But at the time, like, Doc was, like, there was like a coaching, consultant to help Adrian Griffin along as he adjusted to the NBA. And I think, and they did that, like, I think it was before they played that, the in-season tournament. And, I just think they finally saw where it's like, okay, like, this is not going to work out. This is not sustainable. Like, this team is just winning on talent alone. And, like, you can't go to the playoffs like this. So I think they tried to get an established coach. And, at the time, I don't even think Doc Rivers sounded like he wanted to coach the team. So, look, this isn't surprising. And, Doc Rivers, like, responded, and he was like, well, he said that because people say, like, stuff like this because of playing time. I think Jay Crowder knew he wasn't going to come back, and, look, Jay Crowder, it wasn't a successful tenure in Milwaukee, but I think if Milwaukee had to go back, I think I would have just given him a year and then, see how it goes from there. Like, at least give him a year, because, like, when you give him, like, a few months, then it's like, well, what did that solve? Then really, you shouldn't have hired him in the first place. So, I think if Milwaukee had to do things over again, they probably would.